gosh. Oh, nothing like old-fashioned orange juice. And I still got that pounding headache yet. Oy, 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 oy.
You there tonight?
The hell? Sorry about that, folks. Man, do I got a pounding headache still. What's going on, everybody? I'm your host, the Carolina Collector. Just wanted to do this live stream to say Merry Christmas to all of you. I'm probably most likely going to take a break tomorrow and Thursday just to, celebrate Christmas and everything like that. I wanted to say Merry Christmas to each and every single one of you. Thank you to all of you who have been supporting the channel. What's going on there? Welcome, Dominic. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. The channel continues to grow because of all of you. And if you want to help to support the channel, check out my eBay store, the Carolina Collector 001. The link is in the description box of this live stream. Surprisingly enough and shockingly enough, I'm still getting eBay orders. Actually, I got two more right here I have to get out today. Once I get this live stream out of the way, I'll take a small walk to the post office and get these orders out. If the live stream stops, just give it a second. I want to share this link with someone. Give me 1 minute. Of course, it didn't go where I wanted it to. There we go. All right. Sorry about the delay. I wanted to share that link. But anyway, again, thank you everybody for your continued support of not just my eBay store, but of the channel and of each other in the various hobby spaces. There's still a lot of stuff going on in the sports card hobby. I'm not going to get into any negativity. I'm going to try not to get negative in this live stream. I just wanted to take the time and say thank you to everybody. Wish you all a Merry Christmas. And I hope all of you enjoy your Christmas starting tomorrow. Again, thank you to my eBay customers. I'm shocked that I'm still getting eBay orders. I wanted to close my eBay store for 2 weeks, but what a mistake that would have been. Actually been doing really good with my eBay store. So thank you very much, everybody. As a matter of fact, one of my auctions should be ending Christmas Eve, and that's for this guy right here, the whatchamacallit, that's the LA De La Cruz Baseball Stars 10 9.5 sticker auto. And already it's going for approximately $85 at this point. Let me just acknowledge the chat here quick. What's going on? John, Ethan, Dominic, am I a WWE fan? I used to be a wrestling fan when I was a kid. we're talking like the Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, uh, those type of days. We used to have the big LJN figures, my brother and myself. This is before my little sister was born, so I'm an 80s kid. But again, folks, do me a huge solid. Smash that like button. It helps the channel to grow. I'm doing the Billy Mitchell thing. God. Hit that like button. And, of course, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Also, check out my eBay store. The link is in the description box. But anyway, do I like Christmas? Yeah, this year's been rough. It's been a very rough year. I'm not going to get into certain discussions. I want to try to stay positive for good reason. What's going on, Jaden? Welcome aboard. Again, if you're new to the channel, or even if you're just passing by, don't forget to hit that like button. It helps quite a bit. Thank you to everybody. Again, Jaden, what's going on? If you're new to the channel, subscribe. So, to answer the question about Christmas, this has been a very rough year. I got a lot of emotions out of me. Obviously the big one is the death of my dad. I finally got a lot of emotions out of me the other day. I was talking to my mother on the phone about a lot of stuff that my dad said to me that I'll keep, between myself and my family. But it was good to get all of that bad stuff out of me. It wasn't bad stuff. I shouldn't say bad stuff, but just a lot of emotion came out of me. It's going to be rough. This has been a rough year. If any of you have been watching, you'll know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to get into details. I want to try to knock out this year on a good note. But this year was a very challenging, very, very difficult year for me. The big one, obviously, was the death of my dad. The things that happened with my ex, my buddy Rob dying, a family friend dying. It's been rough. It's been a rough deal. But at the same time, you just keep pushing forward. And I want to end this year on a good note. Again, thank you to my eBay customers. I still can't believe I'm still getting eBay orders. That's awesome. So these will go out to the post office today. What's your pick on hot chocolate? I used to be, this is actually funny we're talking about that subject. But by the way, I really appreciate the sentiment. My father passed away in June of this year. So this is my first Christmas but without the old man. So of course, it's hard, very hard. But with that being said, it was actually, I don't know if it was my mom or my dad that would get pissed at me in particular, because I used to do this goofy thing with hot chocolate. My mom used to get boxes of Swiss Miss. If she was watching this, she would confirm this. My mom, I think to this day, is still a lover and a fan of Swiss Miss chocolate milk. Or not chocolate milk, I'm sorry, hot chocolate. Big difference between the two. Hot chocolate are like chocolate crystals, whereas like chocolate mix for your milk, it's like Nestle Quick and stuff like that, but it's completely different. But anyway, yeah, so my mom would always buy the Swiss Miss, and I would always be the one to take my mom's hot chocolate, open it up, and mix up the hot chocolate mix in ice cold milk. And I would spoon that stuff up like crazy. I used to love that crap. I was just scrolling and found this, so I kept on. Because you didn't have any viewers, I just found a cool guy. Now, I appreciate that, man. The whole, listen, I'm not one of them eBay shills, YouTube shills that, goes out there panhandling, and all that kind of stuff. I run a legitimate eBay business from home. I sell sports cards and other stuff from my eBay business and all that kind of thing. So I'm not like this. I just commented about this in somebody's video today about this Dark Side Phil or DSP or whatever he's called. And man, every video I've seen so far is like, holy, like, damn, you know what I mean? At least I have a legitimate eBay business where, like, my customers, my main thing are sports cards, so, my customers, they don't have to, like, I don't push a Patreon. I don't push a Cash App or PayPal or anything like that. But this dude just is like, yikes. And he gets roasted left and right, this DSP guy or Dark Side Phil, whatever it is. But, I sell baseball cards and other stuff. So that's how, again, I don't bother my viewers. Oh, please buy from me. I run a business. I have to advertise it, of course, but not under the guise of what this guy does. But anyway, do you have any experience on 3D printing? Unfortunately, no. I like to buy 3D printed products. As a matter of fact, being a Transformers collector, a lot of my upgrades are not just resin cast upgrades, but a lot of them are 3D printed upgrades, especially with like the Transformers Studio Series Devastation Optimus Prime. I bought like what, 3 upgrade kits for that damn thing, all 3D printed, and not too bad. It's just a little pricey, but a lot of my Transformers that are up on my shelf have some sort of upgrade of some form, of some type. Not all of them, but some of them. So I don't mind the 3D printed stuff, because Hasbro drops the ball when it comes to Transformers anyway, with all the gaps and all that kind of stuff that are like under the arms, between the legs, all that kind of thing. And what's nice about a lot of guys that do upgrades, for example, like I have the Beast Wars Silverbolt, not the original one, the reissue that they came out with recently with Black Arachnia up there. And they actually have 2 upgrades for him where you can make his wings bigger and you can fill in the plug on the wing joint, which is something I like to get, somewhere down the line. But what I'm looking at right now, let me see what's got upgrades added to it. Huffer has upgrades. Cosmos has upgrades. I think both my Ironhide and Ratchet are upgraded. My War for Cybertron Soundwave cassettes have upgrades to them. So there's a couple of them up there. As a matter of fact, I have Grimlock that's been heavily upgraded, and I got a separate wheelie from what the hell's the name of the company that did that upgrade kit? But it's a completely brand new mold for Studio Series Grimlock. So all right, so you got a question. Ask away. Bear with me if I'm taking down this orange juice, man. I still got that headache. It's not as bad as it was, but geez. So what do you want to ask? I've just had a little bit of experience on 3D printing, but my printer is pretty small, so I normally little fidgets and gadgets. You know who you can look up here on YouTube? Look up Ben Heck, or Ben Heckendorf. He's the big 3D guy, or 3D printing guy. He does a lot of upgrades on Xbox controllers for anybody that is disabled. Like if they don't have a left hand, he'll build a special controller. Or if they don't have a right hand, he'll build a special controller. Like he does a lot of work for veterans. And I know he's doing a charity live stream, I think the 28th? I'm not sure. He was live streaming last night, upgrading a couple controllers on camera. So yeah, Ben Heck is somebody you might want to look up. He's like the 3D printing guy. Big fan of his. So when it comes to car collecting, the only thing I have are those Corgi old school fishbowl buses. And I have currently 5 of them. Yeah, look up Ben Heck. He used to do Element 13 videos, but he left that show a long time ago to do his own thing because he wanted to go independent and all that. And Element 13 hasn't been the same without him. But yeah, he's the one that actually repaired the Sony PlayStation. He actually got that thing working. And I think it sold for hundreds of, if not thousands of dollars after he fixed it, which is, to be expected. But they actually found the second one over the last couple of years. But yeah, Ben Heck was the one that actually repaired and restored that Sony PlayStation. But now he works on pinball machines. He does pretty much whatever he wants in his own time and works on stuff that he likes. So, again, last night he did a live stream upgrading an Xbox controller for a customer. I think he did 2 of them last night. Not sure. I don't remember. I only watched a little bit of it, but he's a little quirky, but he's a good content creator. If you have anything 3D printed, he's the guy to ask. I don't know how to contact him, unfortunately, but he does everything on his own. Completely, he does everything on his own. He's his own guy, which is cool. But yeah, look him up. Definitely look up Ben Heck. But again, he should be live streaming again on Sunday. I think he's going to be live streaming whenever the 28th is. I think it's Sunday. I don't remember. I'm not going to look it up on the calendar. You got to bear with me, guys. I'm like all over the place here today. You know, like I said, I got a pounding headache, and I definitely want to get these eBay orders out. So, what's going on, Shelly? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to this live stream, this completely ridiculous and unnecessary live stream. I'm actually wearing my ugly Christmas sweater for today. This is actually a Freddy Krueger sweater from Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4. And I figure what better an ugly Christmas sweater than a Freddy Krueger sweater. So just to have a little fun today. I'm trying to give myself a little bit of a break here from like all the negativity and stuff. So, but welcome everybody. I really appreciate it. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. And also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. This channel is primarily a hobbyist channel. Sports cards, sneakers, toys. I just got done doing a 4-part series with reissued vintage Ghostbusters toys, which was a lot of fun. Well, actually, no, I don't have them over there yet. They're supposed to be on display there. I don't know if you can see. The 4 of them are right there on my kitchen countertop where I filmed that video. I never bothered to put them up here in my living room where they belong. So, but thank you everybody for supporting the channel. Alexa, what's the current temperature?
Right now, it's 61 degrees Fahrenheit.
61 degrees. That means my ass might be sitting outside again today. We'll see how I feel. But again, I want to get these out to my customers first. But anyway, I hope all of you are enjoying your Christmas. Again, this was a pretty rough year for myself. If you've been watching from the beginning of the inception of this channel, in particular last year, a lot of unfortunate things have happened. Let me just adjust this quickly. I'm going to try not to dwell on it too much. That actually happens a lot. I'll have one of my buddies on speakerphone, and he'll say that name. I'm not going to say it out loud again. But yeah, it actually does trigger everybody's you know what. Actually, let me just say it again. Alexa, why did they call you Alexa?
The name has both an ancient and modern backstory. It was inspired by the Library of Alexandria, which held the knowledge of the ancient world. Also, the distinct sound of the name ensures I only hear requests when spoken to.
Oh, I got me a love slave. Jeez, she only answers when spoken to. If only all women were like that. Oh, jeez, I'm just being facetious. I don't want the feminists coming after me now. Oh my God, did you hear what he said? Ew. Yeah, it happens. You know, sometimes I'll have my family or one of my buddies on WhatsApp doing a video chat, and they'll say that name, and then mine will start yapping away like it usually does, which is kind of funny. But I need me some more orange juice. I hope this isn't the you know what flu. But anyway, nice cup. Oh, I have lots of these. Lots and lots of them. That's a big boy cup right there. This probably fits about 2.5 cans of Red Bull. It usually fits or takes, I think, 2.5 bottles of beer or something like that. Yeah, that's a big boy cup. So you got to have the big boy ice too. Should I be really Christmassy and go get me a cup of milk? God. Yeah. I can't remember drinking straight milk out of a cup. I can't even recall when the last time that was I did that. If it had chocolate milk or something in it, that's a different story. But anyway, this conversation's completely gone off the rails at this point. Which is good. It's Christmas time, man. You got to have a little fun. Got to have a little fun, man. How energized do you need to be to hold 2 cans of Red Bull? Unfortunately, I ran out of my sugar-free Red Bulls. This channel is known for that because I had a troll who was persisting and just wouldn't let go of the fact that everybody has that one vice that they like. Me, since I don't drink coffee, I get my caffeine from sugar-free Red Bulls or sugar-free Monsters. And I was just taunting for weeks, just buying more Red Bull, drinking more Red Bull, Red Bull, Red Bull. But for me, yeah, I could definitely do the double shooter if I had Red Bulls right now. Yeah, I used up my supply. So I could probably get 2 of the little cans in each hand for a total of 4. I just couldn't figure out how to drink them. I have to get those wacky bendy straws, to drink four cans of Red Bull at the same time. Or I have my Deutsche Steins, my 2 German Steins up there. I could just fill up a whole beer stein and drink four little 8.5-ounce cans of Red Bull at once. I'll probably end up having a heart attack on camera, and start twitching like this if I drank that much Red Bull on camera. I mean, I've drank like 2 Red Bulls, maybe even 3 at most on camera, but geez, 4 or 5 of them? Oh, I'm definitely asking for a coronary. But yeah, the truth behind me drinking Red Bull is because I just don't drink coffee. I can't stand the taste. Ugh. I never liked coffee before. I don't like it now. I didn't like it as a young man. I didn't like it as a kid, and I don't like it as an adult. No, thanks. I don't like it. I don't like the smell of it. I don't like the taste of it. I've really tried, folks. I've tried to put tons of sugar in it. I've tried to put milk in it. It's just that's, I don't know what it is. Yeah, it's that obvious. Yeah, I am not a coffee drinker at all. I can't stand coffee. But with all that being said, folks, yeah, Red Bull gives you wings. It gives me something all right, but it's not wings. Let's just say it gives me plenty of time to think while sitting on a can. God, gotta have fun, folks. It's Christmas time. You gotta laugh a little bit. You gotta laugh. Not everything has to be, miserable and fucked up. So all bad jokes are welcome in the chat. Yeah, Red Bull gives me something, but it sure as hell doesn't give me wings after about an hour or 2 of drinking them things. So that's what the adult wipies are for. And in case of an emergency, I got a roll of duct tape in there to strap me down. Wah, wah. No, actually, Red Bull, I mean, it does give me a pickup, but it's not like what you think. Some people, it really makes them like, but what's my favorite dish? Asks Jaden. That depends on my mood. That's a very mood question. Well, this morning I had pierogies for breakfast with a lot of sour cream. I put a little bit of Himalayan rock salt, some old-fashioned black pepper, and that's it. And then I fry them in butter. I boil them first, fry them in a big chunk of butter like this. I mean, the chunk of butter is about the size of a baseball that I use that I put in the pan because it makes a nice crust on the pierogies. So I had that for breakfast. It's just I'm very mood-based. I don't have any one particular food. I love steaks. I love ribeyes. I love New York strips. I love sirloin. I'm definitely a chicken breast guy. I'm a huge turkey fan. I whipped up some tuna that's in my fridge right now. When it comes to pastas, I love penne alla vodka. I kind of go cheapy sometimes and go the ragu route. I'll do that. I love spaghetti and clam sauce with the white clam sauce. But with that, I like to use fettuccine because the noodles, pardon me, are much thicker. So I'm like a Vietnam person. So I got you. That's fine. That's fine. Hey, man, each to their own. Each to their own. But for me, yeah, I most of my diet consists of a lot of turkey because of the nature of my diet. I drink a lot of sugar-free drinks, sugar-free Gatorade, sugar-free fruit punch. Except for orange juice, almost everything I drink liquid-wise, with the exception of the good stuff, if you know what I mean, is sugar-free. I don't drink a lot of booze. I like red wine. I like Merlot. Every so often, I like to throw down a beer or two here or there. But also from the U.S. Yeah, I'm born and bred red, white, and blue. In this case, green and red. I think I squeezed that cup for every drop of OJ that's in there. But thank you everybody for enjoying this live stream. Again, this is just off the cuff, a pretty pointless, meaningless live stream. You know, I want to go out with a bang for Christmas and for New Year's and whatnot, and get away from a lot of the negative stuff that's happened this year. I don't know, the one state that had to be a meme is Ohio, because I'm an Ohioan. Okay, so I need to learn 2 languages. Hi, it's very good. Hi, very sushi. Wait, no, sushi's Japanese, right? Jeez. Oh man, I dropped the ball on that one. Yeah, sushi's Japanese. Racist, 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 racist. Oh, God. So, well, I'm glad everybody's having a good time here. You know what I mean? Well, I do know, I'm looking at the chat here again. I do, I do understand Spanish a little bit. I don't know how to speak so much Spanish, but I understand quite a bit. You know, I took 4 years of that in high school, and I took some Spanish in junior high school, and then plus growing up in a mostly German, Irish, and Spanish neighborhood and Polish neighborhood, like I did in New York. You know, a lot of my friends spoke, and they spoke Spanish, so I picked up a few words here and there from them. And I still can say a few things and understand a few things, but my grammar sucks. You know, because obviously, you know, I'm as white as toilet paper, so I don't really find a need to speak Spanish. But I only know how to count in Spanish. Yeah, some people only know the good words, and you know what I mean by the good words. Mierda, carajo, and those kind of words, bad ones. But yeah, I can put together a few words here and there, but it would just be a bunch of jumbled nonsense because my grammar sucks. So, but it's funny, if I'm around Spanish people, I can understand almost everything they're saying, but I just can't respond because my past and present and future tenses are just way off. It sounds like gibberish, but the few words I do speak, a lot of Spanish people, they go, oh, wow, look at this. This gringo actually understands. You know, cuidado, él entiende, you know, something like that, or entienda. I forgot how you say it. So, but anyway, I hope all you folks are going to have a good Christmas. You know, I'm going to try to make the best of my Christmas. You know, again, it's been very hard since the passing of my dad and all that, and everything else that's happened this year. I'm probably just going to lay back and keep it quiet. You know, I'll give my family a phone call, see how they're doing, making sure everybody's enjoying their holiday. But again, I'm going to keep it quiet, keep it here at home, watch some Christmas movies. You got to do the 24 hours of A Christmas Story if you can bear to do that. I might watch it once. I just watched A Christmas Story Christmas, as a matter of fact, which is part 2 to that movie. And I dug up, I don't want to take a chance and show it on camera because I don't know how YouTube's live streaming is, but I actually have Ralphie's BB gun, his Red Ryder BB gun. I might have reviewed it here on the channel with the compass and the stock. I have that here at home. But again, I don't know how butthurt YouTube would be if I would have showed it in this live stream. But let me go take a bathroom break. I will return. folks, I'm back. I want to hold this thing a certain way because I don't know how much YouTube likes things like this on live streams, but it's not a firearm. It's not a firearm. Not a firearm. It's an air rifle. But there it is. That's Ralphie's BB gun from A Christmas Story. It does fire BBs. I never fired this thing. It's more for display than anything else, but that's the thing. I'm going to show it in two parts because, again, this is YouTube. I don't know how they're going to react to this, but yeah, this is it. That's Ralphie's Red Ryder range rifle with the compass in the stock. But all right, no problem, Ethan. Thanks for showing up, and Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and all that good thing. I forgot actually how to deploy this thing. I haven't picked this up since last year. All right, so that's the safety. So you essentially take it, you cock the thing down like so, and now she's ready to rock and roll. And again, I want to be careful because I don't know how YouTube feels about this sort of thing. There you go. I mean, you shouldn't even dry fire a BB gun, but it is what it is. It's just a BB gun, not a firearm. But there's the compass in the stock, and on this side, there's the Red Ryder, just like in a movie. This is as close to what he used in a movie. The original, I've seen reissues of the actual original gun go for thousands and thousands of dollars. And you could still probably get this on eBay, even though it's a little too late. I mean, Christmas Eve is tomorrow. But yeah, if you can find one, they're actually a lot of fun. They're a real nice conversation piece because then all of a sudden people start talking about this particular gun. The original would load through the barrel, I believe, or it would load through here. But this one loads on the side. It's got the little door right here, as a matter of fact, where you pour the BBs in. So you take it, you push the door in, and that's where you drop your BBs right there. If you have like a funnel or something like that, you can load it up. Then you close them up, and then you lock and load. It's got the adjustable sight on there. But yeah, that's his BB gun, Ralphie's BB gun from A Christmas Story. But again, like I said, I never tried to fire the thing. So, but it's a nice conversation piece. And of course, you got to have the man in the bunny suit right there. I've showed him off on camera a couple times already. I reviewed these figures last year. They've made a reappearance this year on the channel sporadically. So we got Ralphie right there in his goofy bunny suit. Jeez. I just heard, while I was there in the bathroom, I heard try something new, another eBay promotion. But as long as you're all having fun and you're all having a good time, I know a lot of people are going through some tough times right now. Again, with the passing of my dad, this is the first time, my family and myself have lost a really close family member, and to lose my dad during this time has been extremely, extremely hard on me. But I think once the holidays are out of the way, a lot of those feelings should subside. So just be a little bit more patient with me until I can get over not having him for the holidays. I know I've talked about it quite a bit here on the channel. I don't want to sound like a pity shill or anything like that. It's just, it's been hard. It's been very hard, and it's affected me, adversely in many ways. But I'm trying to make the best of this Christmas, as should all of you. I know a lot of people are going through rough times right now and probably hurting financially, or you lost someone like I did, or you had a split with somebody you love, or whatever it is. The holidays, tends to test all of us in some form or another. And believe me, I'm hurting quite a bit. I'm hurting a lot not having my dad here. When I was out on my patio a couple days ago, I drank down about a bottle and a half of wine all by myself, talking to my mother about a lot of things, not having him and certain things he confide in me. And it's just been a rough go. And then there's all the other stuff that's happened this year that I'm still angry at, disappointed at. I'm very disappointed in certain people. I'm very angry at certain people. But, my life must go on. It has to keep going, otherwise everything that I've accomplished to this point will mean nothing. It'll mean nothing. It'll dishonor my father's memory. So, Merry Christmas to another lost friend, Robbo, aka Robert Hummel, who passed away not that long after my dad did. He was an American Indian who, him and we found a lot in common. And I tried to stop him from doing this twice. He was severely misunderstood by certain people. And I got to know him, and I helped keep him going as much as I could. I had him come here, we drank beer, I cooked him food. Him and I would go to the supermarket, and he would glean a lot of the things that I did. I try to talk to everybody. I'd say, hey, good morning, good afternoon. And he would do the same thing in his Midwest voice. Hey there, how you doing? Hey, how's it going? If he was still alive, he'd be like, hey, Merry Christmas, big brother, yokoi, and all that kind of stuff. I can't do a Midwest voice at all, but he was so friendly to people. He always stopped and talked to people when him and I go out to the supermarket and shop and what have you. He was just a general, very nice, genuine, really nice guy. Merry Christmas to Judy Wilson, who also passed, a good friend of my mother. May she rest in peace. She was the queen of Halloween in my old neighborhood, one of the nicest ladies you could ever know. I believe my friend childhood friend Raph Friedman, also passed away. His father, I should say specifically, passed away this year from what I heard. Merry Christmas to him and his family and his wife and kids. It's just been a lot of stuff this year. So, but I am going to try to enjoy this wonderful and unseasonably warm day. Alexa, what's the current forecast?
The current weather is 62 degrees Fahrenheit with mostly sunny skies. Today, you can look for lots of clouds with a high of 66 degrees
Wow.
and a low of 46 degrees.
Pushing 70 degrees today. That's incredible. I mean, usually the weather is warm here in the Carolinas, but this is a little unusual. I mean, usually it's like it could be anywhere between 50 and 60 degrees, which is like the norm, but when it's 70 degrees, that's impressive, But anyway, folks, I'm not going to be on here that much longer. I just wanted to take the time to say thank you to my eBay customers. Thank you to my friends, my family, neighbors, YouTube viewers and subscribers, all of you. God bless you if you're like myself, if you lost someone in your family or are going through heartbreak or difficult times. Believe me, you're not the only one who's going through stuff. I can relate to you all quite a bit. My Christmas is going to be my Christmas. It's just what it's fated to be, and there's not much I can do about it, except that I will keep my father's photos around. I have all of that kind of stuff. And, just stay strong, folks. It's the only thing I can really tell you. And again, thank you to my eBay customers. I can't believe that almost right to the last minute, you guys have been ordering stuff. I really appreciate that. That means a lot to me. Being a small business, it helps to, supplement my income. So every bit helps, even at Christmas time. But with that being said, to those that have already and those that continue to support my eBay store, my God, you guys and gals. And I'm surprised how many women have been buying sports cards off of me, because when I look at the shipping labels, I see quite a few females buying sports cards off of me. That's amazing. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, again, I don't want to waste any more of your time, and I want to get these orders to the post office before it gets too late. So with that being said, Merry Christmas, everybody. I may not be on camera tomorrow or Thursday. I may do a YouTube short here and there, depending. We'll see what happens. The eBay store, I'm not sure. I might not close it. If I keep getting sales like this, pardon me, there's really no point in me closing the eBay store, because I got such dedicated customers. I mean, here you go, the day before Christmas Eve, and I'm getting orders still. So that's awesome. Thank you, everybody. Thank you all across the board. Thank you to those that have given me good advice over the past several months and that have truly been by my side and haven't just put on a big bullshit Kool-Aid smile, to be pretentious and pretend to be my friend or anything like that. I appreciate my true friends and those that have given me good advice, my family, in particular, my brother. God bless my niece. I hope she gets better. Also, my brother's son, my nephew, and his wife. I hope they're doing great. My brother-in-law and my sister with their 2 kids. My mother, I hope she weathers all of this because I know she's hurting quite a bit. Not having my dad this year. So, with me, unfortunately, my Christmas has been already written for me. So there's no reason to complain about it to any of you. If you've watched the channel, you know what I've gone through. I'll make do. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas to all of you. God bless you all. Be careful, stay safe, and just enjoy these moments, folks. You'll never get them back. You got one life to live. Don't take it for granted. Nothing is trivial, folks. I'm your host, the Carolina Collector. God bless you all, and have a very Merry Christmas. Take care, everybody.